Converting between percentages and whole numbers. Percent, the word per means out of. A cent is 100, right? There's 100 pennies in a dollar. So whenever we're working with percentages, we're working with 100. If I am going to take a decimal and write it as a percent, I'm multiplying by 100 and adding the percent sign. If I have the one with the percent and it says write it as a decimal, meaning get rid of the percent, I'm going to divide by 100 and get rid of the percent sign. When I multiply by 100, all I have to do is move my decimal 2 places to the right. You could use your calculator, but quick way, just move it over 2 places. 100 has 2 zeros. Our number system is powers of 10. So I would have 45.9%. If I want to get rid of the percent sign, I'm dividing by 100, which moves my decimal back or to the left 2 places. 12.028. Alex is kind of, I don't want to say picky, but in best form, you don't leave the 0 off of the front. You don't start with point. If you put it in that way, it will say it's correct. It'll just say it's correct, however, and remind you in best form the 0 goes in front. It's not wrong if you leave it off. So on number 14, if I want to remove my percent sign again, I'm going to divide by 100, and so what would I end up with? 0.0862, and just for fun, I'll put the 0 in front since that's how they like it. And if I have 0.5 and I want to change it to a percent, I'm going to multiply by 100. 0.5 is what percent? 50%, right? I move it 2 places to the right. Most of you probably already knew 0.5 was 50% anyway. All right, go ahead and try number 15 there. By the way, you will be able to use your notes, your binder on your assessments. So if you're taking good notes and adding extra things that you need to know, it's going to help you out on your final. First part of this, you may not need a whole lot of notes, but definitely when you get into the statistics stuff, you will probably want to have your notes. Number 15 then, if I'm going to write 0.069 as a percentage, what would I end up with? 6.9%, exactly. And multiplied by 100, move my decimal 2 to the right. And if I have 230% and I write it as a decimal, I end up with 2.30, or you can just drop the 0. 2.3 would be best form since we don't really need the 0 at the end. If I divide by 100, moved it back 2 places.